So if you're thinking of moving to Arlington, Virginia, and your budget falls between $800,000 and $900,000, you want to see what you can get in that price range. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do in this video, and show you some different homes in the $800,000 to $900,000 price range in Arlington's 22204 zip code. We'll take you through some neighborhoods so you can see what falls in line with your budget. You definitely want to stick around because we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything about living in Arlington, then subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Arlington, Virginia. Hi, my name's Casey O'Neill with Compass. We routinely get calls and emails from people just like you who are looking for help making their move to Arlington, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of the information is in the description below so we can help you make a smooth move to Arlington, Virginia. We're here in the 22204 zip code in Arlington County at the Glen Carlin Park. This beautiful and secluded 100-acre park offers plenty of family activities, including 2 picnic shelters, nature trails, connection to the 4-mile run and Washington and Old Dominion trails. There's 2 playgrounds. There's a Long Branch Nature Center and Dog Park. And then at the Columbia Pike entrance to this park, there's a learning loop for young cyclists, a water bottle filler and a bike repair station, and a rain garden. So let's just check out the park. We'll take a little tour here. I'm at one of the first playgrounds. This is for the younger kids. So we're on the lower level trail. Up above is the Washington Old Dominion Trail, and we're approaching the bridge where a 4-mile run creek is. So here's one of the covered pavilions where you can have picnics. There's a little bit of free parking here, and you have some public restrooms. And back of me is the driveway that you enter from the Glen Carlin neighborhood to come to the park, and then there's a connection to the actual bike trail right there. So I'm going to take a little tour of the park, so stay with me and we'll take you to the next location. Here's a little peek at 4-Mile Run Creek. Some people like to take a little cooling break, so we'll keep moving along. We're on the bridge here. I'm going to take you to the doggy park. There's more parking opportunities here. Okay, we're at the Glen Carlin Dog Park. Seems a little quiet today, but there are some owners with pets. Some of the dogs are in the creek, probably taking a cool break. We can walk on down there and check it out. In back of me is another pavilion with picnic tables, and there are charcoal grills. So it's a place where you can, have a big party. And I'll show you a few more sites where people are hanging out. Good. I'm just taking a video of the park. So some more charcoal grills, people hanging out, cooking, eating, and there's kids in the creek. So this is just one part of the park, but as you can see, there's a lot of parking opportunities for the vehicles. All right, stay with me. We'll go on to the next one. We're here at Columbia Pike, and we're at the Washington and Old Dominion Regional Park entrance. So it's a pretty popular trail, and here's another map I wanted to show you. It's called the Arlington Loop. So it's basically showing you a popular loop trail you can take in Arlington County and have a pretty nice ride. So I wanted to show you just a little bit of the eastern end of Glen Carlin Park. They have a rain garden, There's the official welcome sign to Glen Carlin Park. So this little section here is called the Beginner's Loop. And it's just a place to hang out, really. You've got another loop over here. I've seen kids out here with training wheels. So basically it goes up and around, loops around. There's a little playground area here. There's a bike repair station and a pump. So that's kind of cool if you want to put some air in the tires, or even I've seen people patching and repairing bikes out here. So here's just some information on the water tributary system, 4 Mile Run Creek, which is right next door. So in back of me is where we started off this tour, and we'll move on to the next property. Just wanted to show you a little bit more of Glen Carlin Park. So we'll see you soon. This home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath colonial, built in 1940, on the market for $899. It's got about 1,880 square feet on 3 levels. And you've got an awesome lot. This house has a 9,900 square foot lot that backs to Glen Carlin Park and the Washington and Old Dominion bike trail. So the lot's a little bigger than the average 6,000 square foot lot in this neighborhood. It's got a 2-car driveway. Because the owner's living here and at home, I'm not gonna go into the yard. But like I said, it's a larger, deeper lot than the average home in this neighborhood. Right down the street from me is one of the trailheads, entrances to the park and bike trail. So we'll see you down there, and hang with me. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath colonial has 1,716 square feet on 3 levels. It was built in 1940. It's got a typical size lot, 6,098 square feet. So it's a pretty quiet street, a pretty decent sized driveway that could probably park 3 cars easily. So the gate's locked. But what I can do is give you a little shot of the yard. It's a pretty level backyard. And they've got a pretty good sized wood deck off the house. So you got a little bit of a uphill slope from the street, but the backyard is level. That's what Arlington's all about. You got lots of hills. Homes on this side of the street have a slight incline, and then the homes on the other side of the street have a more level approach. So we're at the intersection of Columbus Street and Buchanan now. The homes in back of me on Columbus, back to the Washington Old Dominion bike trail and Glen Carlin Park. So they do command a premium. This is a 5-bedroom, 2-bath, split-level home on the market for $899, $999. Let's call it $900. This is a 4-level split with 2,352 square feet. It was built in 1961. And it's got a lot that's pretty decent size, 7,260 square feet, and it backs to the park, Glen Carlin Park. So most of the homes in this neighborhood are built in the 60s. You can see their supplies here. They're doing work while it's on the market. So there's a lot of yard cleanup to do on this house. We've got some guys working here. So here's the parkland in back, Glen Carlin Park. We'll take a tour of that. So let's check out a couple of the neighboring houses. I'd say split levels are the predominant style. So these homes in back of you now are called bi-levels. They're typically built on a hill, and usually on a bi-level home, you've got the front yard sloping up to the house, and then the backyard it continues to slope up, So you enter on the main level, the basement, and then walk up to the upper level. So we're on hilly terrain here in this neighborhood. I'm going to walk down the street and we'll take a little stroll into the park, which is right around the corner. There's another bi-level home with a front load garage. Some of the bi-levels have garages, some don't. A lot of them do in this particular neighborhood. These are more bi-levels in back of me. And the one on the corner is also a bi-level, and they've got an extension off the back. So we're at the intersection of Greenbrier Street and 6th Place. Greenbrier is a feeder street, although it's not a busy street, but it feeds traffic into this neighborhood. So at the end of this street is a formal entrance to Glen Carlin Park. You can see there's a leash law and they don't allow bicycling in the park. But Glen Carlin Park is a beautiful, expansive park with lots of trails. So you can see one of them in back of me. Let's head out and we'll see you at the next property. This is a 4-level split level home. It's on the market for $875,000. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,260 square feet on 4 levels, built in 1965. The lot is 6,000 square feet, although it benefits from having parkland adjacent to it. So it just seamlessly creates a larger impression of space, which I'll show you here in a minute. Right in back of me is an unofficial trail that will lead you to the Washington Old Dominion bike trail. It's just about a block and it dumps into the trail. In back of me is a cul-de-sac. There's a pretty decent sized driveway, a concrete driveway that'll accommodate at least 2 cars. It's got an attractive walkway with a retaining wall up to the front of the house. There's plenty of room for access to the backyard. There's a side door leading from the kitchen. And then you've got the trash and recycling containers. The backyard is beautiful. Extensive decking, a lot of wonderful plantings, landscaping. There is some fencing, although it's not totally fenced back here. You've got some sliding doors from the dining room leading out to the deck. And then there's also a stairwell coming down from the basement. There's some built-in benches on the deck, a fire pit, table, lots of great space out here. There's also a storage shed for garden tools. And then we have the parkland. The owner is borrowing some of the parkland for these Adirondack chairs and fire pit, but they, maintain this county-owned land. And you do get a lot of wildlife, deer, fox, a lot of birds. Occasionally you'll see a blue heron. So I'll take you for a little walk around the neighborhood and we'll check it out. No through traffic in this part of the neighborhood. So you have a mixture of, there's another split level home. You have a rambler and another split level here. There's a Cape Cod, another rambler, Another rambler, split level, rambler, and a cape. This section of the neighborhood was built later than a lot of the original part of Barcroft. There are some original homes in the Barcroft neighborhood that are back from the 1800s, so there's some historic significance in this neighborhood. There's our subject home. The neighbor also has a split. It's got a different roof line. So some of the splits in this neighborhood have 3 levels, some have 4 levels, and I've even seen some with 5 levels. So here's another version. There's another split level. And here's a home where they popped the roof up, gave it a little Cape Cod flair. So the homes on this side of the street in back of me, back to the park, the Glen Carlin Park, and you have the Washington Old Dominion Trail that's right in back as well. More standard Cape. They popped the roof line on this one. It was a rambler. This is a bungalow, 3-bedroom, 1.5 plus a half bath, coming on the market for $899. It's actually coming soon. And it was built in 1942. You've got 1,162 square feet, and the lot's about 4,800 square feet. So it's a smaller than average lot. And I'm not going to go into the backyard since the owners are probably in the home getting it spruced up and ready for the market. Cute property with a classic front porch, and you've got stone retaining walls, so they've done a nice job with the landscaping. The neighbor is continuing the theme with the retaining wall. So these are some of the original homes in this neighborhood, and like any Arlington neighborhood, there's been renovations, new builds, but you've got predominantly smaller homes. And we did a tour of this neighborhood earlier this year. But this is kind of what the inventory looks like. There's another rambler with an extension. And then across the street you have the colonial style homes. One's been added on to. So in back of me is the Hoffman Boston Daycare Center with a little playground area. So we'll take you for a cruise around the neighborhood. So stay tuned, and we'll see you at the next property. This home was built in the 40s. It's got 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, listed for $850,000. There's about 1,680 square feet, and it's a split level style. And it's got an 11,000 square foot lot, which is pretty substantial. The home is actually being sold as a package or individually with the home next door. It's zoned RA 18, as you can see from this sign. So someone could buy this and do something different as far as the residential style goes. Here's the home next door. 1 bedroom, 1 bath for $650,000. So you're on a dead-end street in the Penrose neighborhood, and as you can see, the lot here, especially on the $850,000 home, 11,000 square feet, is a pretty substantial piece of property. If someone bought both of them, there's room for development for a couple of houses or townhouses. Now in back of me here is a military installation, so that could impact the desirability factor. And then you have an apartment building right there. I'll take you for a walk around this short block, because you do have a mixture of single families, townhouses. It's kind of one of those funky blocks that you'll find commonly in the Arlington area. So there's a nice looking colonial across the street. Next door, a modest Rambler style home. And then you have an apartment building across the way there. And then there's one right there as well. Here's a couple of original homes. And then in back of me, you've got some townhouses that are 1980s vintage. So yeah, there's quite a variety of homes on this block. But that's what it's all about in some of these neighborhoods in Arlington. So whether you're looking to buy in 9 days or 90 days, we'd love to help you with information on moving to Arlington County. So feel free to email, call, text. We can even set up a Zoom call. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.